Hello everybody, it's your pal Bill Savely with Savages Disc Golf, and I have a Glow League update from the weekend. I had an opportunity this weekend to join some of my friends from the Berwyn local Glow League to play at a Glow League in Lombard at a place called Lombard Commons. Now I've played this course 3 times before and ain't none of it been pretty. First time I played was in February of 2025 and I shot 20 over par. Second time I played it again in February and somehow I shot 4 over par. Then I played it again in March of 2025 and I was 9 over par. So I thought to myself, man, this is one of those difficult courses. It's a little bit longer than I'm accustomed to. Where am I going to go with all of this? Well, yesterday we got absolutely annihilated. Mandatory holes in terms of shooting between trees, around trees, flipping that. They created a water hazard in the middle of one of the fairways where there was no water because you played that. We played towards 2 baseball fields. The actual infield was out of bounds, but the pitcher's mound was inbounds. Outside of the playing field was inbounds. Everything was nicely labeled with like red lights so you could see where the dip. And it was interesting because when I pulled up and I saw exactly how the course was going to be laid out, I thought to myself, I'm going to get clobbered. I'm realistically going to get clobbered. But I had an amazing card. I was with my buddy Chris, my buddy Eric, and my buddy David, all guys from the Berwyn League. So grateful to have been able to card with these guys because it matters. I shot 26 over par for 26 holes. Yeah, absolutely terrible. And the weird thing is I think I brought 16 discs with me. Yeah, I brought 16 discs with me because, again, the course, I don't know. I only actually threw 8 of them. I threw the Mamba once on the very last hole. Pretty much off the tee, I threw my Saint most of the time, and then I also threw the Trail. I'm getting better at throwing the Trail. I threw the Cicada once. The Buzz, I think I threw this twice as a second shot off of a tee shot that didn't go too far. I threw my Atom once, but it's the Space Race Atom. It's an amazing stamp. I threw this once and it went a little bit wide to the left on one of those island holes. I threw the Envy probably 5 or 6 times, maybe 7 or 8. And then I putt with the Judge. 26 over par. I think I finished second to last. Overall, there was an upper and then there was a lower division, and I finished second to last. Now, there's 2 ways I can look at this. One of the ways is to think, my good gracious, I was absolutely terrible. I have no business being out there. This is absolute insanity, and I could be really upset with myself. Or I could flip it, and I can say to myself, we played 26 holes in pitch black darkness. The baskets weren't lit up the way that we're accustomed to having them being lit in Berwyn. They had like little Christmas lights on. So the visibility just wasn't the best. And on top of that, at my age, my depth perception in the dark, not really good at all. So it was really difficult for me to go like, exactly how far is that? I don't know. But here are the positives. The positives are I had an amazing group that I was with. I learned a lot from these guys. Form, 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 form. And about a little more than 3/4 of the way through the entire round, I said to myself, I said, you know what? I need to stop playing rounds when I play casually, and I need to just do field work. One of the guys on the card looked at me and said, you know what? That is an absolutely true statement, I think, for all of us. Because nobody did really good in this tournament. I think the person who shot the best shot like 4 over. It was a difficult course. What I am going to do is I'm going to limit my bag. I'm going to bring it down. Maybe between 5 and 7 discs, not counting the putter. And what I'm going to do, I already have in the car, I've got a big red bucket, and I'm going to set it out at different distances. And I'm going to practice backhand shots, forehand shots. I'm going to practice shaping it, making it go a little bit further to the left, making it go a little bit further to the right, because that's where I'm going to score. Case in point, proof is in the pudding. One of the holes was an island hole, but it was 2 islands. So there was an island in the center that was safe. And then there was an island around the basket further down, about 230, 240 feet. That was in bounds. It's a par 3. So the first time I threw that hole, off the tee I threw an envy into the island area that was safe. And then I grabbed the envy again and I threw an approach shot that landed pretty much right near the basket for 2, and then with the judge into the basket for a 3. Everybody else on the card really tried to muscle that shot to take it all the way to that second island, which was smaller than the big island in the front, and they didn't make it. So they had to take a penalty stroke. So I ended up parring that hole and everybody else bogeyed it. That's the secret. The secret is not thinking, hey, I've got to really nail this off the tee and just send it. The secret is you have to think about the round as a whole. You have to think about each shot in terms of where am I going to be? Especially with my skill set being where it is now. I can't throw 300 feet yet. So I have to think in terms of breaking the hole up and taking the birdies when they present themselves. And I did get a birdie yesterday. I think I only got 1 birdie yesterday. And then for the most part, just play par. So imagine if I did that yesterday. I would have shot 1 under. Now, the course was way too difficult for me to actually shoot 1 over or 1 under, but you get the point. So field work it is for me, but not just regular field work, not just field work without a purpose. I'm going to be doing field work with a purpose. So I'll be bringing my phone to film myself with a tripod, and I will be working on form. I will start as if I'm a brand new beginner as well. I'm going to start with standstill. I'm going to really work on my form from my upper body and then incorporate the steps. Because I think what I'm doing is I think I'm learning when in reality I haven't fixed the bad habits that keep me limited at 215 feet, 230, 240 feet on a good day. Because one of the other guys in the card said to me, he said, you know, you're probably stronger than I am and you're in far better shape than I'm in, but I throw farther than you. And he said, so in reality, it's something that you can learn and it's all in form. And he's 100% correct. So form, it's going to be. I have some time this off season until the spring hits. So that's my goal. 850 rated by the start of August. And I'm going to be way better. I'm going to be throwing farther. I'm going to be throwing more accurate. And I will work on my putts too. So that's what I got for you. I am not discouraged. It's one of those things that just happened. I didn't play very well. So we'll be doing the league night this week on Wednesday because Thursday is Thanksgiving. Then I'll be playing a flex event down at Delwood on the 28th, the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm still moving. I'm still doing the do. So I'll get some field work in between. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, all of it. It helps. And I will see you next time.